Hey, homegirls, welcome back to another live of what we see on our feed. My name is Alicia, and I have a special guest with me today, Taylor.
Hey, it's your girl.
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing good. It's Friday. It's not happy hour,
Friday.
but it's a little bit later than happy hour, so that's good. But yeah, thanks for joining tonight to talk about, just layoffs and life and everything that is happening that affects, Black women. So that is kind of what I wanted to share with you or talk with you about tonight. So, yes, thanks so much for coming and joining me. Because Threads is popping, so that's where I found you at. And
Yes, yes, it is.
you kind of just want to share a little bit about your journey, we can kind of get into it like that, and then we can just kind of go from there.
Yeah. So, hi, everyone. Once again, thank you so much, Alicia, for having me on here. My name is Taylor. I was laid off in July of 2024,
Oh.
and I've been laid off ever since. And it's been so much that's been going on in the world, in the economy with, just Black women being laid off. And I thought for a moment that it would be, of course, something very pivotal for me,
Mm-hmm.
but I thought that I would be able to like bounce back. But once I started applying and applying and applying to all these jobs, like I still wasn't hearing anything. And I'm like, wait a minute. It's not supposed to be this hard. It's not what they said. They said you'll find something, it'll come
Yeah.
easily to you. And I just kept applying, still didn't hear anything. And I'm like, you know what? I don't know what God is trying to tell me right now, but maybe right now is just not the time for me to have a job, or at least the traditional way.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I would apply for jobs that I know I would be very much so qualified for, or in some cases overqualified for, and I still would not hear anything, or I would hear back from them, but it would be interviews, and then it would be like dead ends.
Yeah.
Or sorry, we moved on to a more candidate who's more fit and blase blase. Um, and I think just one day I just got tired of being tired, and I'm like, look, God, if it's for me, it's for me. If it's not, we gonna figure it out. But I think the real pivotal moment that I had was I'm unemployed. I still bleed because that's what us women do.
Uh-huh.
I'm still dealing with everything with that, and I had went into the dollar store. And mind you, I never really go into the dollar store. Not saying that there's anything wrong with the dollar store, but for me, I like the specific type of period supply brand, and
Mm-hmm.
I knew that the dollar store wouldn't have it, but I have to do what I have to do because I'm unemployed. I'm on a fixed income. Like I
Mm-hmm.
have to get what I can. And so I walk into the store and I'm looking at the pads and the tampons in the aisle, and I'm just like, okay, how much is this? How much is that? All right, cool, cool, cool. And then in the back of my mind, I'm like, wait, why am I sitting here unemployed, no job, no real money coming in, and still having to figure out how to pay for pads and tampons? I'm like, there should at least be something somewhere in the system that allows unemployed women to be able to have this. And I just had this idea, but then I was like, you know what, whatever. Let me just get my little pads and tampons and go about my day. And then as I'm walking out, I'm like, wait a minute. I know in my situation, and I feel like I've been going through so much within the past year and how I've been feeling. And I know that if what I'm feeling right now, I know there are so many other women who are experiencing it plus more. And I'm like, wait, there are women who have kids, who have whole families, who might be living in their cars. Like their circumstances could be 10, 20 times worse than mine. And here I am still just sad and down and out because I have to pay for pads and tampons. And I'm like, wait, there has to be a way that this can change. There has to be a way that this should be mandated or whatever the case may be. I said, but you know what? I got time to think about all of that. I'm gonna just go home. I wrote down in my notebook about like the idea that I had, and that's kind of how periods of transition came to be. It was just me thinking about my circumstance and how I know so many other women are experiencing it plus more.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, wait, it should not be this way. So I just felt it in my heart to help other women and
Mhm.
to supply unemployed women with pads and tampons.
Yes, that's so good. It's like basically turning like pain into purpose, or like trying to solve a problem. I want to go back a little bit to, you said 2024 July. I don't know what
Yeah.
you were in, but did you have like any idea that your job was ending or that you were about to get laid off? Like, how was that process?
Um, I didn't really have any inkling, I guess you could say, but something told me, because I have really good discernment, when you decide to have a meeting that's after hours, after working hours, you kind of raise an eyebrow. And I'm like, that's different. Because the first time that it was supposed to happen was like during the regular time. And then it ended up getting canceled and then pushed back. And I'm like, that's weird. Why are we having a meeting at 5 o'clock on like a
Mhm.
Tuesday? Like, that's different. And I just remember literally just like texting my boss at the time. I'm like, hey, what does this mean? Like, I know stuff is kind of borderline scary right now in the world, but nah, that'll never happen to me. That'll never happen to us. But like, I'm still trying to get some type of reassurance from her. And she's like, Taylor, I don't know what to tell you, and I don't know if I want to like jump the gun too much, or I don't want to, make you be in like panic mode. But she was just like, if I were you, I would start looking. And I was like, oh, okay. But nothing's really confirmed yet. That's also what she said. She was like, but just to let you know, there's a possibility. And I'm like, a possibility of what? Like, how? How could this happen? Like, this, it literally came out of nowhere.
Mhm.
And then we ended up having raises like a month or two before then. So I'm just like, how is this possible? Like, what you mean? We good. I just got my little raise for the year. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm. Thinking
life is
everything.
good. I'm
Mhm.
chilling. I'm paying off some debt, paying off some bills. Like, everything's going good. And then when she said that, I just kind of had like that weird, eerie pit in my stomach. And I'm just like, oh, okay. And then I was talking to my it was my boyfriend at the time, my fiance now, but I
Okay.
was talking to my boyfriend,
Were y'all
and
living
I'm just like,
together when you were boyfriend and girlfriend?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Were y'all living together though when you
Yes.
got laid off?
Yep.
Oh, never mind
Yep.
then.
Yep. And so I kind of was like, hey babe, like, this is crazy. Like, has this ever happened to you? Like, I'm about to have a meeting with my job after hours, and I kind of was trying to, get something out of my boss, but she wouldn't really tell me much. And he's very optimistic. So he was just like, don't even worry about it. Like, you'll be good. Just go to the meeting and, do what you need to do. But I would take the advice of what your boss is saying. Like, just start looking, just start putting stuff out there as far as resume and stuff. And I'm like, what's going on? Like, there's no way that this could happen. Mind you, I just turned 30 in March.
Yes.
We just got a raise not too long after that. Like, life, like I said, life is good. I'm like, what? This could not happen to me. No, no.
The
And
30 show
then,
you something different, child.
girl. And so I think it was maybe like the next day or so, we ended up having a meeting, and it was just like, hey, some things are changing in the structure and some things might happen, but we still don't know much. And we're going to give you just a little bit, just to hold you on to your edge, and then we'll reconvene. So I still didn't really know what was going on. To me, the meeting was kind of pointless because it didn't address anything.
Mm.
So we were kind of like in panic mode for like 2 weeks. And then we got another email and another meeting. And then they were talking about what was going on and the changes that were being implemented and some things that are being branched off, bought out, and so and so. And yeah, and majority of the people in my department weren't needed, and especially for my role too. And when we were going to go with the other company, they were kind of, trying to do like a little interview just to see if what expertise and knowledge I had, if I could actually bring it to the table for their team. Like, did they need me in a sense? So I was kind of optimistic, but then in a way, I'm like, okay, maybe this is God's way of telling me that I should just go all in with my business. Like,
Mhm.
because I was making decent money with my business as
Oh,
well too. So I was like,
when
okay,
you're doing outside, the
yeah,
candle.
so I was doing my business on the side. So I was like, all right, this could be something. But once that happened, things kind of didn't go as planned.
Mm-hmm.
Like we were saying earlier, like a lot of things change with the economy. Like people, you think it's bad now, like just seeing that the just the way like people were, operating with their money. It was very hard as someone who, I don't even want to say it, but like I started my business before the pandemic, and I know a lot of people consider me a pandemic business. No, I had already had in my mind that I was going to start my business, and then COVID happened.
Oh,
So to see like the upside and like the downside of everything kind of like puts you in a weird state in your mind. You're just like, dang, like when the economy was like kind of going to shit, like everybody was they was giving out money like it was candy. They were spending stuff, but
mm-hmm.
what was it, the drinks out they was buying, the Azul, you know what I'm saying? They was at the club, they had the money to spend, you know what I'm saying? All
Yes, they
black
were
owned
saying that.
businesses.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so there was money to spend, but I don't know what happened. And I think me just trying to make do with what I had with my business, I think it just really put me in a how can I say, like a dark moment, because I felt like I was trying to force something that clearly wasn't meant to be, but I
Mm-hmm.
also didn't know what my next steps were. So yeah, it was challenging. Last fall was crazy for me. I had a lot of ups and downs, a lot of still, like on and off again with high functioning depression, and just trying to maneuver this new normal.
Yeah, I was going to ask you because people have different circumstances, and I was trying to ask you if you were like living with your boyfriend, because I was like, some of the people like they don't have that support. So it's like,
Mm-mm.
what do you do? Like if you are living on your own and you lose your job or you laid off, it's just like, they'd be like, oh, have 6 months in money or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Well, how do you even get to save 6 months worth of money when you're paying your bills every single month? So that's kind of what I was trying to figure out. Was what I was asking. And so then when you got the letter or when you got the email and then you had
Mm-hmm.
the meeting, do you remember kind of like what the first thing you thought about, or like what was the first thing? Was it like I need to find another job? Was it just like I'm gonna
um
relax?
I ain't gonna lie, I had like a little mental breakdown, and I think I
Mhm.
did at least for like 6 months. Like I was grieving what I thought life was supposed to look like when I turned 30.
Yeah.
Um, and dang, I'm a crybaby, but I'm just thinking about it like, dang, I was just like so gun hold on, no, this should not be this way. This should never happen to me, or
Mhm.
this could never happen to me. And then it does, and you're like, okay, what am I supposed to do? Um, and you're like, what is your backup plan, essentially? A lot of people say like, save 6 to 8 months in emergency. Okay, but what if you've been laid off for over 6 to 8 months, and unemployment here in Nevada only lasts for 6 months? And that's kind of like what happened with me. I was fortunate to get unemployment, but after the 6 months they kind of just like throw you to the dogs. You have to figure out stuff on your own.
Hmm.
Yep.
Okay.
And they're like, oh, I'm sorry, but there's nothing that we can do, but you can only apply once every 6 months. And then I'm like, okay, so what am I supposed to do in between the 6 months? Like, I was thinking of all the crazy scenarios. Like, what if I didn't have anything? Like, what? Like, I live in Nevada. Me and my fiance live here. I have an aunt that lives here, but like, what if I didn't have no family? Like,
Yeah.
they literally want you to be like dang near dead. Like they want you to struggle. They really do want you to struggle. And I'm just like, why is it this way? Like why? It just opened my eyes to so much.
Yes, it definitely does. And so after your 6 months, you're done. Did you feel like you had to like, I don't know if it's good out there or not, but like like how they have call it gig work. They call it like gig work. Like, was that something that you did, or kind of was you like, I'm gonna focus on my business, or were you just like, I don't even know what to do?
It was kind of a mixture of all that. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna focus on my business. Like that's the only thing I feel like that's gonna get me out of this right now. But then after those 6 months, like I still was just trying to figure out like, okay, it takes money to make money.
Yes.
So having a Shopify account, like you still have to pay your monthly Shopify bill when you have a website. You have to pay the shipping. I shipped out candles and perfume oils. When I want to do like pop-up shops, they're not cheap. You got to spend at least 150 just to be a vendor, plus licenses on top of that. So I was like literally in the hole, and I'm like, what can I do? I was also thinking about like, dang, what did Nipsey Hussle do? Like I heard he used to be like selling mixtapes out his trunk, and I'm like, do I got a trap like that? Like,
Pull up. All right, I'm gonna be here in the car.
yes. And I'm like, dang, they might arrest me though. They might arrest me because I ain't supposed to be her. But I'm like, I ain't got nothing to lose. I kept saying that.
At this
And my man
point,
was like, yes, you do. Yes, you do. Don't think like that. And I'm like, but I don't. Like, so it was a very very scary time for me for sure. I did end up getting like I taste money. Yeah, it is. It is.
we're in it. We trapping out here.
Yes.
Yes, hey, yes, definitely trapping.
Yes.
What was I about to say?
Yeah, so like I tried to look for gig work. I tried to look for other things as well. And I'm just like the math literally wasn't mathing. And I was even thinking in my head, like, dang, do I need to be like a bartender? Like I'm looking up how to be a bartender in the state of Nevada. I'm like, I don't know how to make no drinks. I don't even really drink like that. But I'm like, I guess we have the clubs with it because that's all that, you know, Vegas has to offer when it comes to that stuff. Like hospitality is a thing. But then when I started seeing like they were laying off people at the hotels and stuff, and I was like, oh, okay, it's getting real. This is it. This is it.
So did you apply for any jobs between that 6 months? Well, I know with like, well, unemployment, like I know you have to apply for jobs and stuff like that. Like, was it nothing was going on? Was it like the jobs were not what you wanted, or kind of like what did that
Girl,
look
like? I applied to jobs that I felt like I was overqualified, and then there was a point in time where I was also applying to jobs where I felt like I was underqualified. Because I'm like, look, I just need money at this point.
At this point,
I just need money.
Yeah, hospitality is where I was laid off from. It's a jungle out there for real. Oh my goodness. I knew hospitality. I knew people were getting laid off maybe like during the pandemic and stuff like that. But I don't know. I feel like I thought hospitality like always needed people because like, you know, hotels are that industry is all that I'm thinking about is hotels, honestly.
Yeah, no, yeah. When you think of it, yeah.
But yeah, it's kind of so scary like when that happens. Oh, I was laid off in 2023. Oh my gosh. Wow. Did you find a job like recently? Or are you still kind of looking?
You talking to I
was talking to Captain Jesse.
Oh, I was like Captain J.
Oh yeah. Yes. Well, that's why this is called the spookiness of I said dating spookiness of job searching because it really is
very scary.
And it's like you just never know what's going to happen. You never know if somebody's going to call you back.
Yeah.
You know if you're going to get an interview. You just don't know. Oh, I have a contract now. Good. Hospitality and HR I thought was good, right? You would think that
and it's even scarier too, because a lot of people are like, you know, like they say that Vegas is like dying down, or like a lot of people aren't coming here and like tourism and stuff. But I'm like, people are still traveling though. Like they still building buildings. Like F1 is a thing that's happening for the next couple of years out here. Like, so I don't know what the trajectory of like all of that looks like, but I don't know. Maybe the rich are just getting richer.
They are. What industry do you work in, or what industry were you trying to get into?
So I was in marketing. Okay. And I was a social media manager, and I love, as you can tell, like I love social media. So I was just like, you know what? That's exactly what I want to get my foot back in the door with. But also, a lot of times with these jobs, they say social media marketing, but they have like added stuff to it, so that way the salary could be a little bit more. And I was okay with that because I have a lot of experience in that. And so I'm like, all right, you know what? Let me shoot for the 90K jobs. Let me shoot for the 70K jobs. You know what I'm saying? Like after a while and you start to get no's and rejections, you just like, I'm just going to send out my resume wherever. And another thing with that too is that you want to make sure like every job that you're applying for has a certain resume, because not everyone is going to get scanned. And I learned that like maybe like 2 months after. And I had to like change my resume so many different times because it's like, all right, I see this description. I see what they're wanting. Let me make sure I hit everything on there. Like I know I'm the person that they're looking for. I go and I apply And then it's like 2 minutes later, they're like, "Oh, we're so sorry, but we decided to go with other candidates." I'm like, "Did you even look at mine?"
The
So,
ATS, yeah, I do that, and I was like, I'm about to stop doing that. I actually do change my resume for every job, and it's exhausting and time consuming.
that's a
And
job.
it's just like, yeah, to be like a robot, be like, oh no, oh no. It's just like, what is going on? I remember when I used to live in Atlanta, I applied for a job. The lady was like, oh, we're gonna call you. It was like, oh, it's 300 applicants. It's just like, what can I even do? Like, I'm competing against 300 people. Like, it's just so
It's
hard.
like, why even try? It's
Yeah.
very discouraging. It's very
Mhm.
discouraging.
And it's like it's our livelihood, and so I think that is very important too, because with our livelihood, you have to pay bills, you have all these different things that you want to do, from like traveling to even just like just living and paying your rent and stuff. And then it's like your job is your income, but when you don't have a job, it's kind of like you're shamed for it. But then again,
Girl.
yeah, you're like shame for having, but I'm like, you can't shame me for having a job. If they not paying you, if they lay you off, it's like it's not your fault that it's not your fault that they don't got no money.
Oh,
Like,
girl, you
that's not my
hitting it.
fault.
You hitting it right on. Like,
Yeah.
there's just so much that I want to touch on or just talk to about, but like, you can't talk to everybody about it because they don't understand it, like, because they've never been through it. But
Yeah.
like all the things that you're talking about, like just feeling ashamed, feeling guilt, like I haven't even gotten my hair done and I don't even know how long, because I just be like, I feel like I don't deserve to get my hair done. Like I
Mm.
feel like even the simple stuff, like I just get up, go to the gym, do what I need to do, like work on the nonprofit because that's my focus now, and it's just very robotic. And I think for a while, it was hard to find routine. It was
Mhm.
hard to find routine.
I'm saying yes, y'all. Like, y'all can hear me. We can hear you. We can hear you. Yes. And you know what's crazy? It's like, baby, I would love to be y'all, so I don't have to have no routine. But it's like you have so much freedom.
Listen,
It's like you have so much freedom, but you don't have no money.
come on.
So
What?
I
I'm
love
like,
the
where we
freedom.
at? Where we at? We are
I
at the
love,
crib
I
paying
love
for
the
rent, but
freedom,
still.
but I need the money too. So
Yes,
it's
yes.
so hard to navigate that. Do
Mm-hmm.
you feel like what is your routine now or something like that? Because now I know that you have kind of started your nonprofit with period of transition,
Yep, periods of transition.
periods of transition, and which is really really cool. You started it like a month ago or so.
Yeah, girl. So I got the idea like August 11th, and I think I made the video like August 12th, and
Mhm.
then raised almost $7,000 in like less
What?
than 3 months.
How
Yeah,
did you do a GoFundMe?
I did. I did.
Oh, okay. I seen that.
Yep.
I did see that you were raising money, and then I seen that you were like looking for board of directors and stuff like
Mm-hmm.
that. I did see that, but that is so crazy. But that also shows like the need, and the good thing is like people really are donating to you. They're attached to it, and because now there's all this stigma around like periods are period products or whatever, and I do not think that they should be taxed. But like people not knowing about periods, are people still like squirming about periods? It's like it's
A
literally
taboo. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
how
And
does.
I think the main thing is I ain't gonna lie, I used to be someone who's very secretive or like quiet when it comes to um you know having your period and talking about periods. But
Mhm.
I feel like it's like a double-edged sword in a way too, because it's like now I'm being so open with talking about periods, but I'm also being open about being unemployed and being laid off and what that's like. So I
Mhm.
just hope, like my hope is just to be like that voice for those who are scared
The
to speak
voice.
up.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
I already feel like they have no voice. That's incredible. It's been inspiring to watch. Yes, it has. Yeah,
Thank
I don't
you.
really talk about periods because I hate my period, but
Hey, at least you got one. 'Cause it could be
okay,
pregnant.
right. But I just be like, I be like, God, can we do something else though? Like, did it have to be like,
Yeah, that's real. That's
my
real. I
period?
just I
It could
just
be
clock
like
out. Yeah, I just clock
okay,
out for that week. Like, oh, you know
okay. And then
what?
the flow apps, they trying to get you pregnant, talking about some you're ovulating. Do you know this day? Excuse me, you are not supposed to be sending me that information. Like,
Mind your business. Thank you.
okay, like that's not what I'm looking for. But yes, I mean, I guess it's better to have a period than it is to be pregnant, right?
Yes, yes,
Pick your
yes.
poison,
Because
P.
Lord knows. That's one thing I'd be like, God, you knew what you was doing. Because
What am I
I am
getting
a
you
child.
pregnant
I am
now?
a child myself. And
Literally.
the way I have been crashing out over the past year and a half, I'm like, ain't no
Literally.
way. God, no. God, he knew.
Yeah, even when you think about that though, because then you do think about like parents, how you were saying earlier, like people are getting laid off and they have kids and everything like that. But it's just like you don't literally know any like I think this idea also with me too, because I did just turn 30, it's like you feel like you're going to be stable. You feel like you're going to, have this money and have the security and have this like financial thing. And it's just like literally like it's day by day. Like I'm like you just this like idea of stability when you think like you're gonna have in your 30s, it's like it's non-existent, especially in this type of economy. And I think it's sad because just to saying it like when you listen to what they say, go to school, get a job, get your degrees, this, and you're gonna have a job and you're gonna make this money. And one, it's not even a lot of money, and then two, you can get let go, they can let you go, you can get laid off, and it's just like it's I don't know this sense of like security, but it's like it's really a false sense of security.
Because you think like, dang, I checked off all the boxes, like I did everything I was supposed to do, and it still didn't turn out the way I like. No one gives you the plan B.
Yes.
No one gives you the plan B. And we talking about period. Listen. Let me write that down.
No one gives you this. No one gives you the plan B, but you can get your period.
Okay.
I am weak.
But it's true though. It's true. No one gives you plan B because you just have to figure it out. But I can say
that is what the plan B is, child. You gotta figure it out something real quick, baby. The plan B is
look.
Okay. Yeah, okay. No pun intended. That's funny. And what were you about to say?
Girl, I done forgot. I got ADHD, so we was having a good kiki. I forgot, but go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh wait, yes. Well, we were just talking about it, but I was talking about like the false sense of security, and you were saying nobody get like we don't have a plan B because we were.
Oh yes. I can say though, like since being laid off, I think about things that I would probably. This kind of sounds embarrassing to say, but like I probably would never think about if I didn't get laid off in a way. So like I'm thinking about like our future kids. Like I want them to be so secure, right? We always want the best for our future kids and our kids when they get here. And so I was talking to my fiance. I'm like, we got to set up like laid off funds, like buckets for everything. And that's just something I never thought about. Like, yes, you want your kids to have like a trust and will and stuff like that. But it's like, no, like say little Timmy, like when he turned 30, I want him to at least have 20K, saved up something so that, okay, this is for the potential layoff that mom and dad gave us, that now I won't have to scramble like how she did, for the next year and a half trying to figure stuff out. So it definitely makes you think about stuff that you wouldn't think about.
Yeah, I think that's better too, because think about it, it's all your perspective. If you never got laid off, if you never got fired, if you never quit a job, then you won't ever be thinking about stuff like that. Captain just said I turned 30 in November. Oh, November 2020. That was a year.
Wow.
I thought I was about to pop my shit. Everything was in place, savings, credit, friends, child, and then couldn't even do nothing. Same. It really opened my eyes. Yes, it does. Yeah. In the career and just navigating that too. And then you're like, well, child, honestly, it'd be so overwhelming because I'm like, well, how many buckets do we need? How many incomes do you have to have for all these buckets, child? It's overwhelming. And so I think that is another thing too. And then when everybody's like entrepreneurship, but y'all over here stressed, depressed, and can't sell nothing because nobody has enough money. And I think that's not talked about enough too. It's like when I was starting, I was like, I'm gonna have all this disposable income. I'm gonna have all this money. Child, the disposable income where? $100. People are like, well, some people have $5. Well, I'm sorry, but like I need 5,000 for disposable income.
$5 million. I need $5 million today.
For real.
5,000 ain't gonna help me.
Okay, 5,000 might help me to the next month, but over and all.
Right.
I'm just like, you don't even think about like having that disposable income or like, having to cut back. My dad's always like, oh, you got to cut back. I'm like, you literally can't cut back your bills. Like you literally.
What am I going to cut back on? We do the bare minimum. Like, especially living in Vegas. Like I feel like we talk about this all the time. Like there's so many things to do out here in Vegas, but it's like we can't do much because we're trying to like we're trying to cut back, but
Yeah.
it's like it's really not even cutting back. It's just dealing with everyday life.
Doing nothing.
Yeah, and I'd be like, all
Vegas
right, I guess we're gonna have movie night at the crib. Let's get some popcorn. You know, I'm like,
Vegas
like
is
we gotta do what
expensive.
we have to here.
Vegas is expensive to live in. I don't know. Is it
I would say yes.
like
I would
rent?
say yes.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
I didn't know. Captain just said, I know that's right. Till I add the zeros.
Yes.
I haven't
Listen, ask and you shall receive. It's gonna come. It's gonna come.
zeros. But I know people that live out there, but some people like it. Some people don't. I feel like I hear that the strip is expensive, but I don't know about the outside. But I just know it's a desert out there, so child. Don't get me lying. I don't know.
Yeah. I guess it kind of like varies and like what type of area you want to be in. Like for us, a big thing is like safety. Like I'm very big on safety, so I gotta be safe and secure wherever I am.
Okay.
So
And that is something that I'm trying to get.
Yeah, so safety is always gonna be a little bit more higher end or what they call luxury, but it really ain't much luxury to it. They just want to tack on the price.
Okay.
Yeah, and there's just certain things that we have like non-negotiables for. But I mean, hey, if you're open to, a one bedroom with roaches and you want to, but they say, once you live closer to the strip, that's kind of more like the ghetto.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so things are a little bit cheaper, but it's a little bit more urban and you get what you pay for. But yeah, it just really just varies on what you want. So.
And honestly, like while we're talking about that, I feel like that is so dehumanizing. And I'm sorry, like they say you get what you pay for. Well, if my job is only paying me so much, I can only afford so much. So it's
Exactly.
like I believe in that. Like people who don't get paid much have to live in the ugly, nasty. But yeah, I do not subscribe to that. If all I can afford is this, I should still have a nice apartment and not have to worry about roaches and cockroaches and like
or just crazy people, safety, your car getting broken into, or being able to walk your dog at night.
Like I should not have to deal with that just because the economy the economy is not paying us. Like we have to feel shame because we can't afford a $1,700 apartment.
And not only that, sometimes like you'll find one, right? It's in an okay neighborhood. You'll find it and everything. It's all what you want, but then you go to look at the appliances, you like, wait, this don't even include a washer and dryer. So what's the point? You might as well pay the luxury price because you can get your washer and dryer inside your unit.
Don't even include a washer and dryer. I'd be so confused. I'd be going around like, what? Or it'd be $1,700 and it'd be 600 square feet.
Yeah.
My amount? Yeah. Like, I don't understand. And I just think that is so really dehumanizing. Yeah, I heard that California just passed a law like LA, like you have to have refrigerators in your rentals. And I said, that's what's keeping me from moving there because why was there already not refrigerators? You think I'm renting? Y'all make people want to die. I'm not going to buy a house if there's no microwave, washer and dryer, refrigerator. Like, I might as well buy it out.
It's crazy. And it's funny that you even mentioned that because I thought about like the housing stuff too. And I just thought about like, where do I see periods of transition within like the next 10 to 20 years? And a few people have already asked me that. And I'm gonna be completely honest. Like I really don't know for like the next, 5 years. But what I know for right now is that unemployed women need our help. And this is my way of helping. And I'll figure out more as it goes. But then I do think about like affordable housing. And I'm like, it would be nice to get some land, periods of transition. Like you got to meet these requirements. You can stay in it, for a minimum of 1 year, and do how they do it in New York, where they do the lottery, for unemployed women who. So there's definitely things that I think about, but of course, too, it takes money to make money. So we'll see where that's at in the next 10 years.
If you're in this live, make sure you like it. That's crazy that people are already asking you 5, 10 years. It's like, girl, I just started a month ago, 2 months ago.
Yeah. But also because I know what it feels like to kind of be in this realm. So like I have, business experience. And so getting in the nonprofit sector, that's completely different. This is complete. I'm learning literally from the ground up. I'm about to go buy this book on Amazon called Nonprofit for Dummies. So I'm literally learning everything.
Go to the library. See if it's at the library.
Oh, you're right.
So you have a library card? Yeah, girl. See if it's at your library or something so you could. Yeah.
That's so smart. I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna do that. But yeah, like I'm literally just trying to figure out everything as I go. And some people do ask, they're like, oh, where do you see yourself? Or what does this look like? But I also know too, is that right now I'm working on my systems to be in the best shape possible for when those things do happen or when those moments do come up. Because when I had my business, excuse me, I always I wanted to be, which we don't claim it now, but like I wanted to be in Target. I wanted to be in these bigger name brand stores. I wanted to be in Nordstrom. And I feel like the time just never was right. I was never given the opportunity. But looking back, like it didn't happen because I wasn't prepared. And I feel like God knew that I wasn't prepared for that yet. But now, like I'm implementing all the steps behind the scenes currently. And then it's like when things are ready to pop off, when they're ready, like it'll just happen. But it'll happen the way it needs to because I'm putting all the systems in place to do so.
Yes, I think that's very important. Captain just said, "Or find a PDF online." You might try. You might.
Oh, that's smart. Yeah, let me write that down too.
Yeah.
Thank you. You know what? I might go on Reddit because someone might have it in there.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the systems are important too because I was like, I want to start a nonprofit. I want to start a nonprofit, maybe for, like Black girls, just in general, just like a community. Okay, you gotta get board of directors. You gotta find this. I'm just like, child. I'm like, because I wanted to kind of do it under my podcast, but then it's like, okay, nonprofit is a business or whatever. So I was like, do I want to start a nonprofit for like Black girls under my podcast? Or, I was telling you about like, or I have a product line. So it's just so many different ideas and it kind of gets overwhelming in a sense. But I'm glad that like thinking about it and being like, oh, because I'm like, yeah, I want my product to be today. I was like, what? Stores, local stores, everywhere, bookstores, whatever it is, like that's where we need to have it.
And I have thought about, probably down the line to maybe like a year or two from now, like having my own like separate like product business as well too, to coincide with, periods of transition. So but right now I just want to help the women right now. So that's my number one goal, my number one focus. And just to continue to push that.
So, okay. So with periods of transition right now, so you started it, are you doing a period con?
Yes. So I'm actually pitching to a few places and people to get like some speakers at the event. I kind of just had like this crazy idea where I'm like, you know what? There's a complex con, there's a culture con, there's all these different types of cons. But there's no period con. What was that? Yes. Yep.
Okay.
And so I was thinking, I'm like, what amazing way would this be to just get like all the, period supply and menstrual and women's health people like in the room. But not only for us to like, fellowship with one another, get to know one another, but also to like invite unemployed women who need it. And I want to make the tickets and everything like very affordable too. Because it's just like, there's a lot of things that I want to do or I want to attend, but I just can't, because I just don't have the funds for it. So I'm just really thinking like, this could be something. This definitely could be something. So I want to do that. And then I'll keep you posted on that too. So we can meet in person.
Yeah.
And then you could set this up at the event. It's
so cute. A period con. Black girls doing a period con.
Yeah.
It's like I go again talking to the screen. This all resonates so much. Yeah, I was like, oh, it might be hard because now people be talking about these conferences and the prices. I don't know. I feel like the prices are not that expensive. But I feel like trying to get to the space is what is expensive. But this is because I'm like, if you're talking to unemployed people, I feel like it's gonna be kind of hard to get them to spend the money to come. So I feel like you have to get sponsorships or like sponsors.
And the way my brain thinks too, I'm like, okay, if I can talk to someone at Delta and get like some sponsored flights from like 10 main cities, like that's just the way my brain be thinking. Like, why wouldn't they want to help with this? So we can talk more off air, but it's gonna happen. I just feel like I'm the type of person, like if I have it in my mind and if I already see it, it's gonna happen. So
it's gonna do. That's what I was thinking about. I was like, I know you were talking about that, and then which is really, really cool. I think it's important. And so kind of you're putting it like just in general, your goal for your nonprofit is to get period products for unemployed women.
Correct. Yep.
How do you know if they are unemployed when they get your products, or you don't really look at it that much? Like,
so I have a form that they fill out if they're interested in it. I had to actually do a what do you call it, like a wait list, because I had so many people on the first one, and my mom was like, "You need to cap it," because she came here and she was helping me pack everything. She's like, "You need to cap it at this because it's gonna get too much." And da 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 da. I'm like, "All right, mom, okay, okay." So she was going crazy, but in the form it just simply states, like your name, of course your address, so I can send the period supplies to you. And then I also just like kind of have them give me like a brief synopsis, but it's if they want to, it's optional. Now, I do pray to God that the people who are applying and the ones who are signing up, like they are being truthful, because that's what this is all about. Um, so that's the only way that I can verify right now, but I don't have like a, hey, you're lying, you actually have this and da 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 da. Like I just feel like if they are, that's between them and God. Like I'm doing what I can, and this is what I see fit for right now. But I do eventually want to venture off and just like make it for everyone.
Oh,
to
you
be
do?
a little bit more inclusive.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
That's cool. Yes, Captain just said, "Hell yeah, I love the way you think."
Yeah, we gonna get them Delta flights.
Yeah, I'm like, period. Now Delta's very premium, but hey,
Yeah, hey, look, we premium too. Just because we ain't got no job don't mean nothing. It was not our choice.
Okay, period. So, that was what I was going to ask. So, you kind of do your nonprofit full time. I was like, do you feel like that's your plan to kind of continue? Do you want to get back into the job force or market, or kind of like, what are your thoughts now?
I feel like right now this is my mission, because I've tried applying to things, or excuse me, to jobs, and I'm very gun ho on like what I want, but then I also am like, okay, if I'm not able to get remote, like I'll come in. I'm willing to do something that I said that I didn't want to do, because I need a job, but they just haven't been aligning. It hasn't been aligning, and then I just stopped applying for a while. So right now this is just my mission.
Yes, love it. Even if they are not unemployed, period products are so expensive. Folks may be priced out and just need the boost.
Yeah. Yep.
Mm-hmm. That is definitely true. I just grab it and I just go to the register. I don't even think.
Yeah. You can't even look. You'd be like, all right, what's this one?
Regular,
Regular,
it's so
heavy.
expensive. Yeah.
All right, throw it in the bag.
Yes, it just be so expensive. But yeah. I don't know. This could be kind of a cool partnership. I have no idea. I'm just really throwing something out there. But um because you're dealing with like women and like unemployment and stuff like that. I don't know if this could work, but maybe you should try to see if you can partner with BetterHelp or try to get them to sponsor something. Yeah, because like with that, people might need therapy. They're trying to navigate their new normal of layoffs and different things. So BetterHelp is trying to get to everybody and all the things. But maybe if you reach out to them, be like, can you sponsor some free therapy sessions or something like that? Maybe you can look into that.
You're cooking.
Something like that. I try.
Or even have like when they come to Period Con, be like, hey, you want to do a booth and have we could do some private booths there too. But leading up to it, we could do virtual sessions. Or even if they could just do like a virtual, like that would be good. That would be good.
I was trying to keep the Period Con thing offline, so I didn't want to give too much detail.
Oh no, you're fine.
But yeah.
They're like, tell us that she having one, and I'm like, I let me pick the date.
Yeah, like to sponsor that, but also to do like something specific. Because I was thinking of like therapy for Black girls, because they like she has that, but I was thinking like something that people go through, because it's like you don't know what to do, and then you don't have healthcare. Most likely, if you don't have healthcare or insurance, you might can't afford a therapist or something like that. So,
you are literally going crazy.
Yeah,
you're going crazy. Like your mind will play so many tricks on you. Shoot, I need to say when they agree to do this, I'm be like, I need a session too. I need a few sessions.
Or even just the idea, like, dang, like I worked so hard, or even because I don't know how long you were on your job, but it's just like, say you're on your job for like 2 years or a year, and it's like this is all you know, and I was like, this could be somebody's dream job, and it just gets snatched away from them, and dealing with unemployment office, dealing with trying to get the money, trying to find jobs to apply for them, is not really no job. Like it can really affect your mental health. So that's kind of what I was thinking about. Of like how it affects your mental health. Yeah, physically it affects you. Maybe you can't pay for like periods or whatever. You get your cycle every 30 days. Oh, it'd be something kind of cute. I'm just talking now.
No, go ahead.
There could be, oh my gosh, I don't know if you want to do this this could be a cute campaign. Let me know if you do it. Like a campaign, because you get your period every 21, isn't it like 21 to 30 days or 22?
Yeah. It
Yeah.
seemed like every 2 days, but yeah.
Well, you might could do a campaign like a 21-day campaign or something like that. Like some type of campaign like every 21 days or something. I don't know, but something to kind of get
Yeah.
out there. Maybe people donate like every 21 or whatever, like 21 to 30. Like every 21 to 30 days, women get their period or whatever, and we're launching this campaign to do some things. Just that's all that I have in my mind. But just something
No,
around,
I know. I'm connecting the dots. I'm connecting the
yeah. And
dots.
to try to get people to like support
Hmm.
it, to push it out. But then it could just be like something of a signature thing.
Or I could just think of not only with like, women getting their periods, but just like figure out the statistics of women like getting laid off. Like,
Yeah,
what
like,
is that? Is it every 21 days that a woman gets laid off in America? Like, because
yeah.
I know it's more than 300,000.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Every 31% of people of women get laid off every days. And
Yeah.
YouTube, blah 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 blah. I don't know. Alicia with the banger ideas. I
Okay.
tried.
Yes.
Thank
Shout
you.
out to her. Shout
I
out to
tried
Miss
to get some
Alicia.
ideas when I could think about it. I was like, actually, I helped tell lady that she was like, you should be a consultant for ideas. I'm like, if I can
You
get
should.
but I don't know how to charge people to be like, I have great ideas, paid for them. I don't know how to do that. So we'll just see.
You don't
But
know how to do it, but you doing it now. So I'm like,
I know,
hold
well, I don't know
on,
how
you
to
might be on the
like,
board. You
let
might be on
me
the
give
board.
you, consult. Like, let me consult with you and you pay me and I can give you ideas to blah, 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 blah. That's what I was trying to say. Yeah, I could
Okay.
just give them. And I just feel like I just try to help and support where I can, when I can.
Yeah.
It's hard to be like, come book with me to get an idea, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
So,
You'll figure it out. You'll figure it
yeah,
out. And then once they see success with,
that's
okay, these are the like we ran a little trial with Taylor with periods and transitions, and she did these 2 campaigns, and
okay,
this is
let me know if
my,
you do them.
you know,
Let me know if you do them, then I can show the RI. Yes,
yes,
yes.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
But yeah, I just think that could be something good, and it could be kind of something different with like the ad and the therapy, because when everybody now is talking about like holistic health or whatever, and now it's just going to run because I'm like now I'm thinking about physical, like health or whatever, like gyms, and I'm not saying you have to go to the gym things, but it's like it's a whole
Yeah.
approach from physical to mental, and then the shame around and stuff like that. So maybe you could maybe do some research around that, and then kind of show, because you were talking about going to gym, but think about what's the first thing you cut off when you don't. Well, the first thing you cut off probably is the luxuries when you aren't employed.
Yeah.
Your nails, your
It's
hair.
literally the stages of grief.
Yeah.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
like you are in denial, you try to bargain, like then you finally accept it, you like, all right, I'm starting nonprofit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then it's like
Like,
I try to you try to get a job or whatever, then you try to do like I was talking about them like that gig work, then it takes you about 2-3 days, then they accept you or they don't accept you. So you're just like literally, what do I do? Like I have to bring income in. How can I bring income in?
yeah, it's different like once you have like a steady income, but then like once you sit in it, you realize that money literally makes the world go round. Like you can't do
Yeah.
anything. Like, and I think that's a harsh reality because you're like, oh,
Mhm.
whatever. Like I got some money, but like you literally cannot do anything with no money.
Yeah, that's why
Nothing.
I was going to say this. I was gonna be like, girl, you need to bring LinkedIn to the period con, child.
Listen, it's so strict on LinkedIn. I be trying. It's so strict that it be crickets over there. But I'm gonna keep posting.
No. Or
I'm gonna
some
keep
job
posting.
platforms, something. Oh, no, no, no. I was talking about as a sponsor. Need some
Oh,
yeah, have
yeah.
them come in like job interviews or something like that. Or like, I don't even know. People to come in and talk about it. Because
Yeah, and actually give people jobs instead of
yeah,
just
like we need
interviewing
jobs.
and just, oh yeah, we'll keep your
Mhm.
application on the file.
And I feel like that's a lot. Like people think that they're going to get these jobs and stuff like that from these other places, and then they don't. It's like networking, but it's like, okay, we're at this point we done with networking. Like we need some action. We need something to go with something.
My
And
network is very it's up there. It's
yeah,
up there. I need my net worth up there.
I need my network to match my network. I need
Okay.
to be on the same level of playing. Okay,
Yes.
network,
Yes.
network. I need to come on the level. Let's level out the playing field. Okay.
Please. Please.
Yes,
Please.
so that is funny. But yeah, I think that's a really good job. Like I think that's something like real, because you were talking about layoffs, and I feel like layoffs are very important. Even when we talk about like the government layoffs, like the furloughs, like even right now, people are not getting paid, and they're like day 17 or day 18, like, oh,
yeah, I do have a friend, and she's like furlough day 15. I'm like,
yeah, somebody else is saying day 7. Yeah, somebody else saying day 17. Actually, I'm following Girl from Love is Blind. But then I know my friends who are like in the military, they're not getting paid. And it's like, if you don't save your money, then you might not even have enough money to pay. And I guess they have to get like loans and stuff like that. But I'm like, the military, people working in the military have to get loans. Like, that is crazy.
I'm telling you, we are living in some spooky times.
Okay, very spooky. All right,
very, like, very on brand October. Spooky, like
that.
It's spooky out here. It's spooky out here.
That we have to get loans because the government couldn't pay us. Mm-hmm. Like my job couldn't pay me. And so that's what I'm saying. Like the shame should be all the way. If the government can't pay you, child, and your job can't pay, it's on the economy.
Mm-hmm. And I think right now, yeah. And I think right now, like the most important thing, what I've noticed, granted, like things are not the best, right? But what I've been noticing is like community is everything. Like I know if you have a mission, a goal, and you want to help others, like there are people out there to help you. You just have to tell your story, and round up the community. Like community is everything. Like I've literally based my community just from threads. Like I see how strong it is, how much of a help it is for my nonprofit. And I haven't even been as a nonprofit for like 3 months now. So I just, there's so much value in community. That's definitely what I can say. So
yeah. What made you use threads? Like, you hear threads or you hear about it, but like what made you use it to kind of share your story?
I don't know. I just kind of picked it.
Oh,
I picked it. I'm not really on Twitter. Instagram, everybody on Instagram is like a resume. They want to see your best. They don't want to see you struggle. They don't want to see you tell it real and raw. It's all fabricated. So and me being a social media manager, what types of platforms and what types of content does best on some platforms. And so what I noticed, I just sat there and I studied a little bit on threads about, conversations, what people are talking about, what types of communities are on there, what's trending. And I was just, just seeing like, okay, like I know if they're talking about this stuff, if they're talking about celebrities, I know they can talk about something that's actually going on in people's real lives. So let me just come up with this idea. And if it hits, it hits. And if it don't, I'm gonna still keep going because this is what I believe in. But I know it's gonna hit regardless. And I just kept talking about it. I'm like, I want to help this amount of women because I went through this. And I just kept reiterating my story and telling my story, my why, my mission. And it just kept growing. So shout out to Threads. Maybe Threads can be a sponsor too at Period Com.
Meta. Period. We might need a butter offline because I actually need a social media manager for my product line that I was telling you about.
Don't play.
I'll tell you when we get off of it. But yeah, that's really cool. And so it's just easy, quick. I'm tired of typing, child, but I'm on a video.
But once it hit though, you're gonna be like, okay, these are my people.
Yeah, I shared, and I really like how it does topics and it like breaks it down. I'm in like the Love is Blind topics because that's what I'm talking. That's what I'm watching. But I feel like TikTok is easier because it's video, but like Threads, you could do topics. I like that when I was talking about like my podcast and stuff like that. Even when I was like, oh, I want you to come on my podcast. It's like, okay, now you're in the podcasting line. I'm looking for people on podcasts. Like, okay, if you're talking about the period cycle, like it kind of like puts it in buckets. So that's really, really cool.
Yeah. I'm actually on TikTok too because I was kind of like documenting the journey of, being unemployed and then starting the nonprofit. I think like the first video I made was just about me getting the idea, and I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna put it on TikTok. And then I just was like showing some, but with TikTok you got to be consistent, and I ain't really posted it in a while, but I need to get back on that. So thank you for the reminder. But I do have a great, amazing community on there too, and I've been getting in some DMs from some women. They're like, oh my goodness, I got my package. This is so amazing. I was expecting it. They're like, I wasn't expecting it to be so big. And I'm like, yeah, like I'm trying to supply y'all with at least 2 months. 2 months of period supplies. That was something that I wanted to make sure, because no matter what period of transition you are in, like you'll be covered. That's That's what I wanted to do, whether it's a month from now or 2 months from now.
Mhm.
And then once we start to get more funding,
Yes.
I say we, because like I said, it's community. So once
Period.
we get more funding, like I'll be like, hey, I'll have y'all on period payroll. Let me write that down.
Period payroll, the 1st and the 15th, baby.
Okay, listen.
I love that. And it's funny because it's like a play on words, like period of transition. Yes, your period, but it's like also, there's different periods of transition.
Mm-hmm.
That's why
yes, you see me. Yep.
TikTok is really good with like pack with me orders and stuff like that. So
I'm
if you
sorry, what was that?
Like pack with me orders, like those do really good on TikTok.
I would do pack with me orders, but we're also like in the midst of moving, so it's a lot going on over here. So once we're actually downsizing, so once we downsize,
one bedroom.
Yeah, it's real trapping. We about to get real, but it's not like it hasn't happened before. Like when I had started my business 5.5 years ago, like I was trapping on my bedroom. So it does give me like a sense of nostalgic, like yes, I'm back in the field, like helping others. But like I said, like it's different for profit and nonprofit, so and it's different because I know what it feels like. I'm like, yes, I'm packaging up these orders. I'm helping these women. Like we good. Like that puts me in such a good mood. So it's gonna be different because we got a 2-bed garage with a garage. So we're downsizing to 1 bed. So we gonna make it do what it do. And
I'm a 2-bedroom like household. Of course, I use 1 bedroom. It's like a garage, it's a den, and then I'm about to be in the freaking 1 bedroom. So, child, I understand. I'm like, I need more space.
Yeah, but you know what? It's okay. It's okay because I feel like with everything that I've been through in the past year, this ain't nothing. This gonna be nothing.
It's one more thing.
Yeah, and then God gonna bless me with some place to get the packages, packaged up, and I'll be good. So it is what it is. Just gotta roll with the punches. It's just all about the period of transition.
Okay, literally. I'm like community organization or something like that. But hey, can I use this after, child? I'd like this. Okay, yeah, but that's good though. I just know that those kind of do good because I see people do different packing orders. That's all I got on that. I don't.
Yes, I would love to, but also to Alicia, like, I put a cap for the ones because I still have a few more orders to get out for the 140. Because what I've noticed is that I give the women the option to say whether they want pads or tampons or if they want both. So of course, by nature, like we got a lot of stuff with tampons. So I was able to give the women who wanted, tampons, they were able to get their stuff, but there are also women who want like a mix of both, or they just want pads. And as you know, like pads are a little bit more expensive. So, and then I basically like drop ship. So like I get the stuff, I package it up, and then I ship it out. So I'm paying for the packaging as well too. So it's a lot of numbers and stuff too. So I'm waiting on a few more packages to come to be able to get the last the remaining 140. But then on the waiting list, it's like 250.
Oh, it's 100 women.
Yeah. So my strategy will be to do it in increments of what I can for like 50. I plan to do like 50 a week, but right now my goal is just to make sure to get all 140 done first. So, and I'm doing this by myself. So
yeah, that's about 140 people you're capping it, and then you have another 250 people.
Yeah, 250 plus. Yeah. It keeps growing. I'll be getting a little email. It'd be like so and so has signed up for the waiting list, and I'm like, thanks, girl, but hold on, just wait a little bit longer.
Oh my gosh. Well, that's good though. Like you're literally like it's solving a problem. Like it's like that many people need it. It's also kind of like sad as well too. Like it's sad, but then it's like heartwarming. Like at least you're able to do this, but it's sad because like so many people need this.
Yeah, and thinking about it that way is just like this is only about the women who know about the resource. Just imagine the ones who have no clue about it and are still gonna figure it out. That's why I'm making it a duty of mine to continuously like talk about it and storytell about it on Threads so I can reach more people. And then when I go to the big wigs, and fundraise and let them know like, hey, there is a demand for it. Like we need to help these women. So
yeah, and then you could that's what you could do your Instagram for the resume. It's like when you go.
That's exactly what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm being very particular about how I want to do my Instagram too, girl. I got a strategy. Yeah. I just want to make sure like the first group is done with because I don't want nobody to be like, I ain't get my package. I'm like, hold on, girl, hold on. It's just
hold on, Miss Mamas now.
I'm doing this from the content of my heart. Give me some
I'm
leeway.
only one person. But
Yes,
yeah, that's
yes.
like maybe you should get some people to help you. I don't know.
Yes. It's
Davis.
and what I've been noticing too is like I'm someone who likes to be very hands-on and very in everything.
Mm-hmm.
But with like having a nonprofit, like you gotta ask for help. You have to
Mm-hmm.
ask for help, or you're just gonna sit there and you're gonna literally just like go up to head with stuff, you know. So I've been praying and asking God, like, please send the right people, because it's hard putting your trust in people who you want to believe, who understands and values the mission that you have as well too. So just pray for me as I figure this out.
Yes, I will. You'll be in the prayers. You'll be in my prayers.
Yes, thank you.
Well, yeah, as we wrap it up, I know we've hit our time. This has been great chatting with you. And thank you
Yes.
so much, Captain Jess, and whoever else is coming on, chatting, liking the live. Make sure you also subscribe.
Yes.
I'll be
Subscribe to your
going.
girl.
Yes, I'm gonna be going live on actually Monday night. This upcoming Monday to talk about Christian dating part 2. So if y'all want to, come and join on Monday night, I'll be here at 8 o'clock as well. But for the people who don't know, where to follow me at, anything like that, share that with them. Their socials, and yeah, we will wrap it up from there.
It's getting real. Okay, so I ain't gonna hold y'all. I ain't got much on my Instagram now, but there will be some content you will be seeing behind the scenes. But it's periods of transition on Instagram. And then if you just want to yap with me about unemployment, just periods of transition, just anything, I'm an open book. And then my name is Taylor Made It, and that's with 3 Y's on Instagram and on Threads. So yeah.
Yes, I love that. And you can, just subscribe to Black Girls Den Podcast. And this is your first time. We talk all things that focus on Black women. This is a space where you can share your voice and your story. So thank you, Taylor, for coming and sharing your voice and your story. If you see, we have storytellers in the back. So it's very intentional, very much for Black women to have a safe space to share anything that they're going through. We upload every Wednesday a podcast episode, and I go live in between, just to kind of, I'm trying to make it feel like church, like we go live on Wednesdays and Sundays,
Amen.
that
Bible
community.
study. Mm-hmm.
I was like, yeah, that's what I'm trying to get. I'm trying to do that, I'm trying to create a nonprofit called something for Wednesdays and Sundays or whatever, to feel like your church community. Yeah, I want Black Girls Den to be a community. And it's like your church, you went to church on Wednesdays, you got your feel good on Sundays. So I'm trying to create that. I was thinking about a nonprofit, but it might be a lot because I was like, oh, board of directors and everything like that. So we just gonna see. I'm gonna just test the waters out.
Yeah, just get some advice from me as I figure this out.
Yeah, I'm gonna just test waters out. I'm gonna do it. We're just gonna see how it works. But I might need to be on Threads a little bit more, but I don't. I be on YouTube, child.
Yeah, you need to be on Threads.
Oh yeah, we're on TikTok, Black Girls Den Podcast, Instagram, the Black Girls Den Podcast, and Facebook. That's my Facebook is really where I be at, y'all.
Really?
Yes, I love Facebook. You have all the groups. You be seeing everything that be going on and sharing. So that's where
That's true. That's true.
And then I do videos, so I be on TikTok. Threads doesn't remind me of Twitter, but it's just like a lot, just like a lot of scrolling and reading and stuff like that. So it's just a lot be going on. But
yeah, I agree.
Shout out to Captain Jess. I appreciate you joining us and chatting with us.
Yes,
and,
thank you. Thank you so much, Alicia. This has been fun. I've had an amazing time chatting with you. I can't wait to talk with you more.
Yes, thank you so much for accepting my request, because I'd be like, hopefully they respond, we'll just see. But yes, thank you so much for coming and sharing everything. And y'all make sure y'all stay tuned for period transition and everything that she has going on. And yeah, I will see you all next time. Bye.
Yes. Say bye, Kobe. Bye.
Thank you, Captain Jess. Yes. So I ended the stream.